What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jaw Trades, and welcome back to another video. And as you can tell by the title of the video, I want to show you guys how I made $2,000 trading with gold this morning. Now, I eventually ended up giving some of that back, so I ended up only up $1,000 on a day, as you can see by the performance stats. It's really 3 trades, not 4 trades. This one of them I went a little heavier on. That's why it says 4 trades. So instead of one contract, I used 2. But 3 trades today, ended up $1,000. 1 winner, 2 losers. And I want to show you the trade that netted me $2,000 on a day. And yeah, other than that, let's get into it. Sorry, I'm not like super all energetic. I have a super fat headache right now, so after this video, I'm gonna make like one more content video for my Instagram, and then from there, I'm going to probably just head to bed, take some medicine, head to bed, to be honest. But that being said, I did call out this trade in my Discord. Let me, if I can bring that up. I did call out this trade in my Discord. Also, we have potential long setting up right now. But if we scroll up, I did call this trade out in my Discord. As you can see right here on my Express that I just showed you. Trailed my stop to 2,000 and it came back and hit it. If I would have just held longer, I would have hit this eventual target. That was my fault, but I'll explain more as we get into the setup. So going in on how I made $2,000 this morning. So first of all, let's delete this. First of all, you guys know I like trading supply and demand. I like trading supply and demand. I like trading Fibonacci retracements. I like trading with Bookmap for confirmation. So going into this trade at the 520 open, if you didn't know, gold is within the COMEX, and the COMEX is basically a division within the CME that handles all the metals futures. And they open at 520 or 820 rather than your regular 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the West, that's why I say 520. But if you're Eastern, it's 820 that gold opens. But going into the gold open, as you can see, we bounced off of VWAP multiple times. This is gold open right here. Let me draw a circle around it so you know. This was the open here. We bounced off VWAP multiple times going into the gold open. So I was looking for longs then. Let me delete that. I was looking for longs then. It's just about where did I want to enter at. So my bias was longs for the day. And then it was all about where did I want to enter, right? So looking at what happened in the past, right? We see that we bounced off of VWAP multiple times. And it's not like a normal bounce where it's like, oh, it's a bounce, consolidate, then bounce. No, these are huge buy-ups that is happening. If I zoom in a little bit, you see when we bounce right here, we had a huge push up. We bought this wick all the way back up, pushed up, tested it again, and had a heavy push up. As well as back here, we did the same thing. So looking at that, we can tell that we can have some sort of zone here that where the market likes to auction a lot at. And even if we go backwards to where we sold off pretty heavy in this exact area as well. So we have a decent area where we can look at, or that we can look at for a potential entry for longs. So that's one. Boom, we have our bias. Boom, we have a location that we can base our entry off of. All right, next, like I said earlier, it was a VWAP retest. If we would have held below VWAP, let's look at the 5-minute. If we would have held below VWAP on this next 5-minute candle, I would have switched my bias to shorts because we would have continued downward right here, but we did not. And, you know, I like to use the 5-minute and the 3-minute together because we didn't keep holding through VWAP and we ran these lows. It kind of made me look at this as more of a stop run before the next push. So that together within with having this as a supply zone, it was 2 confluences as well as my bias being long, 3 confluences. Then if we look at the 3-minute, you can see after we tapped in and broke this low, Immediately we started to reverse with heavy bullish momentum. So that's another confluence that helped me as well. And we broke back above VWAP on the 5 minute. So the reason I use the 3 minute because it offers more of a risk to reward entry. And also as well, if I bring over Bookmap, if we go back to that area, sorry, I'm looking at Bookmap for tonight. Let's see, it was at 520. Where's that area? Boom, down here, right? If we go back into this area, you see we absorb sellers every time we approach this low. We absorbed it down here, absorb them down here, absorb them down here, absorb them up here. So we know that sellers are being absorbed, and there's some sort of passive buyer in the market that keeps buying up all these sell attempts, aggressive sell attempts. And this is where I entered at right here. And as you can see, what this orange thing is in the background are limit orders being placed. So as you can tell by the aggressive sellers, they failed to push lower, and we just had constant limit orders just placing right there. So that's another confirmation showing that this is about to go long, because all these aggressive sellers are being absorbed by these whatever passive. My bad. Someone in the premium text me, but all these aggressive sellers are being absorbed uh, by this passive buyer at the low, or yeah, by this passive buyer at the low. At this point, we just need some buying for confirmation, and we ended up getting that around 21. Uh, I've been doing this for a little bit, so I know I entered a little earlier. Let's check where I entered at 17. So as soon as I saw this bullish momentum coming up, if you saw it live, it was really nice. I entered long, placed my stop at this low. So really good risk. I think I was risking about $400 to make a potential $4,000 trade, which would have hit a 1 to 10 trade. But like I said, I kind of messed up myself where I preemptively placed my stop loss to secure profit instead of playing the market. So as you can see right here, this is where I entered with all those confluences, my bias, supply zone, the stop run, and Bookmap confirmation. All those things led me to this long, as well as VWAP. All those things led me to take this long. And as you can see, it played out very well as volume started to come in the market because it was the open. Played out very well. As soon as we got around up here, or where was it? I think I got out. It says 37. So I got out around here. Let me mark that out. 37.8. So as soon as we pushed up to this high, I was like, you know what? I don't want this trade to turn back on me and wipe all my profits, which is a very valid reason to move your stop. But I just placed it too tight. Instead of placing it that tight with all this bullish momentum as well, we're holding this EMA right here, this line that's following close to the price action. That's a EMA. We're holding this EMA as well as buyers are very strong in this market. Instead of doing that, I should have instead just trailed every 5 minute, and that would have trailed me to make this a 1 to 10 trade. But sorry, I recorded it. I learned from it, and we're gonna move forward from that area. And then I took shorts up here, and then got stopped out, and then it ended up playing in my direction. That's why I gave some of it back. It still ended up playing in my direction, but I just was a little too early into the market. But it's okay. It happens. Not really worried about that. But I should have realized that CPI was tomorrow, and this was a whole bunch of consolidation. Our New York session was going to be a whole bunch of consolidation because of that, but it's okay. But that being said, that's how I made 2,001 trade to this morning on gold. And yeah, if you have any questions about my trading strategy, just let me know in the comments below. I don't really gatekeep. And if you want extra help or need a community that will also back you up in your trading and is like-minded, I'll leave my WAP link down below in the description. I go live every morning, and I make call outs of all the trades I do. So Yeah, it's been your boy Jaw Trade. Sorry for the low energy. My head is really pounding right now. But yeah, you guys have a blessed, beautiful evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces. Oh, where's my OBS? Oh, make sure you follow my Instagram and TikTok as well. All right, deuces, y'all.